seconds and counting.
Hey, what's up, guys? Clitsy Entertainment here, back with another video. And today, the Houston Texans have made a trade. That's something that we haven't been able to say in a while, but this trade isn't necessarily a big one. However, they kind of filled a little bit of a position of need. They traded for Cardinals tackle slash guard Josh Jones and a seventh round pick in 2024, while they traded away a 2024 fifth round pick. Just some background information from Josh Jones. He just finished up playing his third season. He's 26 years old. He was a third round pick out of U of H. He is a Houston product. He went to George Bush High School, which is just about a 20-minute drive away from NRG Stadium. So all that stuff is pretty cool. As you know, the Houston Texans also have Tank Dell, who went to U of H and really wanted to play for the Texans. And stories like this are also really good. But I think Josh Jones provides a lot of value to the Texans in terms of what he can bring to the table as a swing tackle. I'm not necessarily worried about him ever having to start, but you consistently see teams maybe give 3 to 4 snaps a game where your third tackle will come into the game as an eligible wide receiver and block and just kind of add another number into the run game. And Josh Jones had a 7.83 raw athletic score coming out of U of H, so he's got some relative athletic upside, if you will. If you look at the film, he finishes the run blocks really well. He looks good in space, and I'm also going to head over to Jacob now, who's going to join us here today, and he's going to give us his thoughts on the trade as well.
I mean, I think it's a good value move, and we needed some tackle help, especially with Titus out potentially for a couple games. And just overall, if one of these tackles gets hurt, you want to be able to have a reliable backup and just have some versatility on the offensive line. That's so huge. And I mean, you basically exchange late round picks to go get a good tier backup tackle. Even if he doesn't start, he's a very good backup. And if Tunsil or Howard has any issues or anything injury wise, you have a tackle that can slide in, and you're not going to feel like you don't have a chance on that side, or you have to protect CJ Stroud this year. And so to be able to have that versatility on the offensive line and have some tackle depth is just huge. I mean, this year or this past season, he scored a 75.8 offensive grade on PFF, which is very good. That would rank 19th out of tackles, and considering there's 60 starting tackles or around that, if not more. I think how many teams are there? 32, so like 60 something. To be in the top 20, that's really, really good. And there's a lot of potential here, and he's still a younger player. He was a third round pick in 2020, so he's on his last year of his rookie deal, but there's a ton of potential here, and he's continued to get better as his career's progressed. And I think this is a very good move by GM Nick Caserio.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Jones, he brings a lot to the table. In his 3 years in Arizona, he's played 611 snaps at left tackle, 612 at right guard, and 242 snaps at right tackle. He graded out, at his best playing the tackle position. But it's good to have a guy that can play all over the field. And like you said, the grades look very, very good for Josh Jones, especially in terms of run blocking. But let's just look at some pass blockers that he graded better than Penei Sewell, a top 10 pick, Cam Robinson, another first round pick, Dwayne Brown, Braxton Jones, the Ohio State tackle, Titus Howard also. But I think PFF has kind of always disrespected Titus Howard in a little bit of a way. Jedrick Willis Jr., Abraham Lucas, Rob Havenstein, really good tackle for the Rams, in my opinion. And then Ikem Ekwonu, someone the Texans were even considering drafting over Derek Stingley. Well, Josh Jones graded out better than Ikem Ekwonu. So a lot to like from the grades in terms of Josh Jones. I feel like the film kind of checks out. Obviously, we need to dive into that film a little bit more, but He's got the athletic upside. He's got the traits. He's got the grades. He's young. He's got positional versatility. And the Texans have desperately needed to add depth at the tackle position, at the offensive line position, because oh my goodness, it was so hard to watch that Patriots preseason game with when CJ Stroud was in at quarterback, kind of going up against the Patriots' better pass rushers. They did not stand a chance. It was really hard to watch. George Fant hasn't really played up to expectation. Austin Decklis um, has not, really been the guy that we wanted him to be in terms of a swing tackle. So I feel like Josh Jones is just an upgrade. It's a safe move. I want to say it's relatively safe to say that he's going to make the 53-man roster. And maybe George Fant gets cut. Decklist doesn't make the team, maybe goes to the practice squad, something like that. I feel like Josh Jones will make the team. It feels like he's the better player at this moment. And I really like this move overall. It feels like a typical Nick Caserio move by the Houston Texans. And maybe we'll see another move like this as teams are gonna be cutting it down to 53 players. Players that may not make the team on one team can get traded to another team, or vice versa. If they get cut, they might get picked up by this team. And so we'll keep you guys updated on all those moves for the Houston Texans, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.